How did you get the courage to not be afraid of success? I have carried the fear of being successful for a long time, and I had to release that fear in order to step into purpose. Because in purpose, I'm to be seen, I'm to be heard. My authenticity is to be shown, right? No mask. I don't have a mask. I can't wear a mask. I have to be seen vulnerably and authentically and show up in that every day. And I believe that that is the most successful thing that I can do. So the success, however God brings me success, is not what I fear. I think the biggest thing that I had to overcome in myself was letting myself realize that the success is in me showing up for myself daily, learning how to let myself be seen and heard. Like that, I'm already successful. So any success that comes off of that is just a cherry on top. But like, I already feel successful exactly as I am. When God gives me what He believes I'm deserving of, if that's in that success, beautiful. Like, why would I fear that? I don't fear good things anymore because I know I'm deserving of them. In my past, when I didn't value myself, when I didn't respect myself, when I didn't see my worth, when successful things came into my reality, I would reject them. If it was a successful relationship, a successful business opportunity, I would like avoid it because I didn't believe I was worthy of that. Now I'm like, of course, like I deserve good things and I expect nothing less than the best. Okay, another question is, what made you think of doing these videos? It's so natural, I don't even have to think of it. Taking videos has become a part of my routine and I love it. I wouldn't change anything. I love it so much. Okay, next question is, are you spiritual or religious? I don't identify with spirituality or religion. I really resonate with conscious beings because conscious beings, sometimes I say conscience, like conscience. Okay. Because these are the people who truly do things with the mindfulness and the intention to be in respect to earth, in respect to others. We are all spiritual. We are all spirit, believing we are having a human experience, believing that, physical reality is reality, when in reality we're in spirit. We are all the time in spirit. The things that we call spirituality today, like grounding practices, and that was just us going outside. The things that we call organic food, it was just food with our ancestors, but now we have to call it organic because there's so much byproduct of organic material. There's so much processed and chemicals that now we have to label our food organic. If there's organic food, what is the other food that's existing in the grocery market or grocery stores? Like, what other food exists than organic food? That's not real food, So I believe that saying I am spiritual is just kind of participating in the BS of the world's standards, wanting to put people into boxes so that they can label them as something, so then they can judge them based on what they label themselves or call themselves. And the same thing with religion. I'm not religious. Religion does not entail God. It is like, you can read the book, you can go to church, you still might not know God. So I believe that God has called me, to be who I am and study the things that I have studied through the Christian scripture in order to speak to specific people that God is calling me to. That's my audience. I am a follower of the way, and I have a relationship to God, and I am who I say I am. Are you an angel on earth? I believe that I'm not from here, and I believe that the path that I'm walking is one that would be of an angelic figure to others. You ever tried psychedelics or ayahuasca? Yes. There's so much I can go into, and I'm gonna make a whole nother video about this if you guys want, talking about my experience and how the parts of ayahuasca that I saw that did not resonate with me at all with plant medicine, and how I realized the shamans and how people can just serve medicine today, and how the integration process is just kind of left to you, and how it's like there's so much that was distasteful in my journey. Thankfully, I actually had a coming to Jesus moment in it, where I came back to my faith that I had walked astray from when I was walking in the world, walking in my ways. I was like living in the spiritual communities, shoving Jesus away, shoving everything away, and just kind of like walking in the world. And at that moment when I experienced that, I had like a whole ego death where I lost touch of everything that I knew to be true about myself. Again, I didn't want to wear my clothes. I didn't want to be around anyone. I started spiraling and binge eating again. And that was the moment when I like had a recoming to Christ moment. And I did realize in my ayahuasca ceremony how religious people get trapped because they feel it's like a safety blanket. And religion can make them feel safe because when you see the truth and you realize that God is in you, and you realize how powerful you are, and you realize that you are creating your reality, and you realize all of these things, it can be a lot to hold. And so religion can feel like this big safety blanket that's like, well, it's good. Someone else outside of you is the all-powerful thing. But no, you are that within you. I have so much more to say, and I will make a whole podcast about that if you guys are curious, because yeah, that was such a big experience for me that it was very life-altering, I will say. How are your eyes so bright? It says in Matthew 6:22, the eye is a lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? So I really do believe that our eyes are our windows to our soul. So if your soul is pure, your eyes are pure. And you know, when you look into someone, you just feel like at home or love or safety, or that's coming from the soul. And so I really believe when we clear out the junk, when we clear out, our eyes reflect what is in our heart, who we are. Our eyes are so telling, honestly. I've looked into people's eyes and I'm just like, sometimes I'm like, that's scary. What am I on today, guys? I am on a 30-day fast. I'm on day 17, only eating fruit and very little. This has been the most intense fast, and yet still I'm out here grinding. Do you want kids and marriage someday, and do you believe in that? Yes, I want babies. I definitely want kids, and I'm so excited to be a mother, and I'm so excited to speak life into my kids and literally to raise kings and queens and to raise up this next generation that is going to become even greater than myself. I'm so excited to learn from my children even more than anything. You know, the innocence, the purity, and I believe they have so much to teach this world, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. Like, yes, I want children, and I do believe in marriage. Do I believe in traditional marriage, like how it looks today with the white dresses and the saying I do? And I believe that my marriage will look different, yet I believe in union. I believe in coming together before God and making a covenant and speaking vows, and, you know, I do believe in that. It just will look different. The one that I got the most is, are you single? Yes, but I'm in a relationship with God. I am not with another human being, no. My heart desires romance. I love romance. I love even the idea of relationships and union, and I am so excited for the day that God brings my soulmate or my partner, or the person that I am to be in union with, into my life. The day has not yet come, but I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a hurry to be in that. I love myself. I love my independence. I love my space. I love like taking in this period of my life where I'm in my season of singleness, where I'm just getting to be in my own energy, learning about who I am, learning how to be a wife so that I can be the best version of myself for whoever comes into my life, you know? Like, like this moment of my life I feel like is so special. Why would I waste it trying to like rush into being with someone? I've been in one relationship, and I've been single for like 6 years, and I barely talk to any men. I don't think there's anything wrong with that though. I just don't want to waste my time. I love being in my own energy, and I have very strong values and standards, and the love that I give myself now is so amazing and beautiful to experience, that anyone who comes into my life is held to that standard, and I just will not accept anything less, truly. So if, you know, God sends in someone into my life, I am open. I'm keeping my heart open. Now I'm like kind of more open to exploring connections, but I'm not interested in dating. The next person that I am involved with, it will be for marriage. Okay, how do you make your living as an awakened soul? Oh my gosh, the battery's almost dead. No! I trust in God to provide for me. Truly, money for me is not something that I stress about. I believe when you have a dream and when you're walking in purpose, that the universe will align you with everything that you need. That doesn't mean that you don't have to do work. It just means that the work that you're doing, you love to do and you're passionate about it because it's what God is calling you to do. So I believe that when you are doing this, God is bound to give you the resources that you need to continue to do the work, because it's God's work and God provides. I've poured so much time and energy into social media, into creating, and for so long, so many people doubted me and questioned why I'm doing it when I'm not making money, when I'm not getting any return. And at moments in time, I doubted it. I was like, dang, I'm just planting all these seeds. I'm posting all these videos. I barely have a following. It's not like I have any brand. It's not like I'm getting anything from this, but I still feel called to share God's word. And so after years now, like 2 years, pouring into my social media every day, literally hours and hours and energy and attention every day. You guys are like really getting the fruits of what I have put all my time and energy into, right? And now finally it's starting to pay off. It's starting to pay off, and now I have, you know, more brand deals and money opportunities and partnerships and ways of making money online, and it just like shows me that when you follow your passions, God will provide a way. Hey, so the question is, what is your mission in this world? I like this. My mission, I believe, is to leave this world better than how I found it. Like, better than how I came into it. To truly make a difference in the world around me. And I know that I can't change the whole world by myself, but I know that I can change the world around me, and I do that by doing the inner work on myself, being my most authentic self, showing up, being loud, letting my voice be heard, just being my most radical, authentic, genuine, unapologetic self. Because when I am that, when people are around me, it is a catalyst for their ego. It is like a walking ego death, because they see that and they're like, maybe they are faced with all of what they've been operating out of in life, their mask, their identities, their things that they've been hiding themselves in. And when they see me, they can see in themselves what they are ready to embody. And I feel like as I continue to grow and to be the best version of myself, and continue to leap out on faith, and continue to share God, right, and just speak the word of God that comes through me, I believe that this is the best thing that I can do for the world, is just be myself. That is my mission, is to just be myself, be the most self I can possibly be. That's the only thing that is the mission. And if that helps one person, bless it, then I have came to this earth and fulfilled my mission. If I have helped one soul, and I know God did not call me to help one soul, because I have so many beautiful souls now that I can help, and that just fills my heart. It like makes me want to cry, but it really could, like, it fills my heart with so much joy to see how many people that God has allowed me to help even thus far, and how many more souls that I will continue to touch on this journey just by being who I am, just because of who God made me as, just because I'm operating in my truth. Did you grow up? So I grew up in a small town. I don't want to say exactly where, in Michigan, and I'm grateful for what it provided for me, but I know that it is not where I will ever live. You know, I love to visit my family, especially like these past couple summers. That's been kind of like my pattern, but I love traveling, and I've lived in Costa Rica for the past 3 years. That feels like more home to me. It feels like my soul has found a place that feels like home, but yet no place outside of me is home. It's all internal. I am my home. My heart is my home. Wherever I am, wherever God calls me, that is where I'm meant to be. So I'm not attached to a physical reality or a physical place, because the way or where God calls me, I am detached. I do not the physical location, I'm not attached to where it may look or where it may be. I am like I call myself a flower, a flower. I flow, I go with the wind. Wherever I am called, I go. So if God calls me to countries and states and wherever, I'm open. I am open to anything. So I grew up in small town Michigan, but no, I don't have any plans of living here. I see myself like raising a family in another country, hopefully jungle babies, eating fresh fruits in a garden, and living so just in harmony with earth and very consciously living in harmony with earth. That's how I see my life. Where it will actually end up, I don't know. I trust God. I believe that we are to have a vision, right? So God can fulfill the vision, right? So God can conceive our vision. If we don't have a seed of a vision, how can God bring that vision to life? So I believe that we need a vision for our life where we do see ourselves, right? That doesn't mean to get attached to the idea that we have in our mind. No, it's to have an idea, right? And then give it to God so God can make that idea 20 million times better you could have ever imagined it in your mind. Don't get attached to the way you think it's going to happen or where you think it's going to happen. Just have a vision, have an idea, so God can work with that, work with you on that. How do you keep your energy level so high? Not always is my energy like high, you know? Some days I'm feeling lower. It just depends, but something I do believe in is energetic cleanliness. Cleaning your energy, just as you clean your car, just as you have to clean your room, just as you have to clean your house. Like, you have to have maintenance. You need to energetically cleanse yourself. Maintenance, right? Like once a day, like a couple times a week, like, you know what I mean? Making sure you're energetically staying clean. And the way that I like to do this is, one, eating clean, because I know and I believe with all my heart, mind, and soul that the food that we eat contributes to the energy that we embody. So this isn't just something that's like off like what I believe, it's factual. When you eat food that does not have much electricity, what ends up happening is it takes your body a lot of energy to digest that food, right? Fast food, you eat it, right? And then you feel slumped after, or tired, or you need a nap, or whatever. Your mood shifts because it doesn't have electricity in it. It's not from the earth, it's not living food. So your body has electricity, but it has to break down that food, and it uses a lot of energy to do that. When you eat electric food, your body doesn't need much energy to break it down. It actually gives you energy. So after you eat, you should feel energetic. Like, I can go run, I can go work out. That's what food should be doing for you. So our food definitely plays a role. And my diet my lifestyle that I live in is mostly raw plant-based. And I don't believe in veganism. I'm not vegan. I'm plant-based, because veganism today looks like grocery stores full of artificial processed foods that you can eat as a vegan. It also looks like Beyond Meat, processed cheese, like all this stuff that, no, like, I do not contribute to any of that. I don't believe that's real food. I also believe that that's a marketing strategy, because veganism has become so trendy that people are willing to pay more just because it says vegan or natural, or even has an organic label on it by the FDA. But the FDA, the system is fricked. Like, honestly, so much can get passed today through the food that should not be passed. So I am plant-based. I eat mostly raw from earth, farmers markets, organic farms, you know, the best that I can find. And I invest dollar into my food, because I know that it plays such a big role that I'm willing to invest in the food that I eat, because it plays a factor in my mood, in my energy, in how I show up in this world. And that's worth the most. Like, I know that my health is my wealth, baby. So I'm willing to invest in my health always. Also, energetic cleanliness, babies, let's talk about this. I do not call myself celibate. Like, that is a new age term that suits this generation. Like, to say, oh, I'm celibate, I practice celibacy. It's just my lifestyle. What am I practicing? I don't give out my sexual energy like handouts. I'm very intentional with my sexual energy. I don't have much sexual energy lingering. I don't sleep around. Like, I believe truly your life force energy is what gives you the primal energy so you can experience the maximum efficiency in your energy every day. Truly, when you are sexually active and you are giving out your sexual energy and your life force energy to many partners, to multiple people, hooking up, doing all these things, no judgment, do your thing, baby. But it is affecting your energy. It's affecting your energy because you're creating ties. You're creating spiritual ties. The more innocence and pure the body is, your soul is, right? The more vibrant you are, the more attractive and higher frequency that you're vibrating at, truly. If you are constantly giving out your energy and your power to other people, of course, you're not going to be fully in your power, experiencing the highest level of you possible, because other people have your energy. And that's important, because another practice is calling back your power, taking back your power, calling back your energy from lingering places. Wherever your power and energy is where you are not. So if you are giving your power away to television, programs, to your parents, to like whatever you are idolizing, whatever you are spending a lot of time and energy in that isn't giving to you, you're giving your power to it. If you're just talking to people like just for funsies all the time, every day, you're giving your power away. It's really important to call your energy back, to take hold of your power. And you can say a prayer: God, I call back all of my power. Wherever my power is lingering, I call it back to me. No longer will my energy be lingering. I want to know where my power is still. I want to know where my power is lingering. Who have I been giving my power to that is not you? Where have I been placing my energy, time, and attention that is not bearing me fruits? Let me call back my power to me, and continue to do these practices. Like before I go to sleep, I say prayers. That everything that I had given my power to, if it was scrolling on social media for hours, right, I call back my power G. I stay in my own energy. Any energy that I've been holding on to that isn't mine, let it flee from me. All the seeds that had been planted that were not from you, God, do not let them come to life. Do not let them bear life. Cut them down. And let the seeds that were planted by you come to life in me. The words that they're speaking, the ideas that they're touching on, don't have life in them. You're literally digesting garbage, and that's like ingesting junk food. And what does it make you feel? Slumped. It slows you down. You have to process, be mindful. Other ways to practice energetic cleanliness: boundaries, saying no, having standards and upholding your standards, upholding your boundaries. Learning how to stay in your own energy, letting people know you don't have the capacity. These are all so important. And I think such an important thing, because so many people ask about my energy and how do I have such high energy and how do I keep my energy every day. They're like, you seem like you don't have bad days. I do. I have days that I wake up and I feel the weight of the world. But what I've realized, and something that has been so revealing to me recently, is that I have not been able to experience my fullness of energy and many other people that I'm around, because not many people can match my energy. And sometimes when I'm around others, I'm so sensitive to energy. I'm a highly sensitive being, empathic, some people call it. I'm empathic, so I feel their energy, and what happens is I will unconsciously take that on, and it starts to weigh on me, and so I'm not showing up in my own energy because I'm not in my own energy. So when I'm such a highly sensitive being, I need my alone time so much. I need isolation because I need to recharge my battery. I need to be in complete isolation to feel my own energy and to fill myself up in my energy so I can go out and pour. That doesn't mean not to be around other people ever. I know that I'm meant to be in service, so I'm gonna be around others. And actually, that is the service, is I fill up my own energy in isolation so I can go out and serve the world. Because when I'm serving, I'm typically pouring. So I'm pouring out into others, and I have an abundant flow of beautiful divine energy that is eternal that I have to pour from, right? But I have to recharge, just as Jesus went out into the hills, into the mountains, and he prayed away from everyone. The crowds kept following. He had to step aside, be in his own energy to recharge. That's how I feel, truly, is I have to be in my own energy. And when I'm in my own energy, that is when I experience me to my fullness. And it's the most beautiful thing to be in my own energy. I'm at my capacity for today, but I love you guys, and I look forward to doing more videos and sharing more with you and putting out more projects and connecting more and all that good stuff. Bless your day. I love you so much, and we'll see you next time. What was that? I love you guys. Thank you truly. God bless you.